Hey yo, what it do YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and what I got for you today happens to be the best glitched stretch 4 build within all NBA 2K22 Next Gen, and ironically, it's inspired by the one and only Kevin Love, aka LeBron's teammate that he low-key recently posterized. Now, as you can see, what's happening right behind me is the process of setting up the glitch. We start off with a 7-foot height, 215 pounds when it comes to the weight, and a 7'10" wingspan. Then, as you can guess, we max out the attributes, proceed all the way through. Then, as usual, we got to edit the build, go back and change the settings to metric. But before we get into all that, whilst this is still going on in the background, I do got to say a big old shout out to all of you for all the support you've been showing on the channel. Most recently on that LeBron James build, I'm not gonna lie, when I posted it, I did not know what to expect. I personally thought it was the meanest build out there, and it seems like a lot of you did as well. So thank you for all the support on that. You know what I'm saying? It is going highly appreciated. But I do gotta say, we are slowly easing up to that 1,000 subscriber mark and low-key easing up to 2K23. For those of you who don't know, 2K22 has been the best year on this channel for us. Because low-key, we have grown a lot this year, and I'm hoping that in 2K23 we can grow a lot as well. But as the new overlay says, I do gotta remind you, if you like today's video, hit that like button. If you have a comment on a specific video you wanna see, whether it be a build or gameplay type, go ahead and drop that comment. Don't forget to share the video out to help more people get to see the videos. Plus, it helps me getting closer to that 1,000. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as turn post notifications on. Now, as you can see, we have now set it up to 2.07 meters in height, 95 kilos in weight, as well as a 2.34 meters in wingspan. Again, we max out the attributes as you would. Usually, once we've maxed them out, you guess what we can do. Skip on through. Doesn't matter about takeovers. Just select them as random as you can, or whatever you want. Proceed to the end. 2K says post playmaker. Really don't matter. This ain't the final build. So again, we hit that edit build because we got to do what we do. Head all the way back out. And then we got to change the settings back to Imperial. I do got to ask, how do y'all feel about how we're doing things right now? Because low-key, I'm assuming this video is going up on Tuesday as I intended to be, which happens to be tomorrow. And I want to know, do you guys want us to change the upload schedule, i.e. no longer just Sunday and Wednesday? Or you cool with what we have a Sunday and Wednesday? Or yeah, just tell me what the, you know what I'm saying, what you want to see. Now that we've switched it to Imperial, we go with we lower the height to 6'11", lower the weight to just below 213 pounds, and then move the height back up, because trust me, that is the glitch part of the build, and the fact of you can increase the height without actually increasing the weight, and set the wingspan to 7'10". Again, you have to max out all the attributes. As you know, with these glitch builds, it always is the long process of having to go through quite a few steps to get from point A to point B. I do believe I got this glitch build setup from either 2K Mechanic or Wolfgang Don, because that's usually where I get my bases from if I don't find them myself. I think the only one I ever truly found for myself happened to be the point guard one. But now that we've maxed out the attributes, as you can guess, we go all the way through to edit build, back all the way out, back to the settings, and we gotta quickly change it back to Imperial, I believe. It was metric last, wasn't it? We do gotta set it to Imperial. We'll find out in a sec right here. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, you gotta set it to metric. We were messing in Imperial before. I forgot we went from 6'11" to 7 feet. Now we decrease the height down to 2.05 meters, mess the weight, bring it down to 95 kilos, as well as messing with the wingspan and leaving it at 2.29, and body shape compact. That's how you know you're actually doing it kind of right. Max out the attributes as you please. Here personally, I thought that was a quick way of me doing it without having to do all the other ones. I was being foolish because yeah, I ended up having to go back on myself and really max out the other attributes. Now, as you can see, as it takes me forever to fill these attributes out, yes, that's right, kids, don't, you know what I'm saying, don't cut corners. This is what happens to you. Proceed, skip the takeovers as per usual because they don't matter here. What 2K says again, two-way slashing shot creator, which I kind of find funny at the power forward position. Jeremy Grant, that is true. John Collins and Kenyon Martin, edit build, go all the way back out, settings, switch it back to Imperial. It should be Imperial, right? Hold on. Yeah, but switch it back to Imperial. I knew I was right. And boom, there it is. There's your glitch build. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to quickly record for how you set it up with the Kevin Love version of it. Okay, so now that we've gone through the process of how you set up the glitched power forward build to get a perfect base for how to set up this glitched Kevin Love stretch 4 power forward build. Let me show you how you set up the attributes and the body details to get this, what I believe to be the greatest glitched stretch 4 build. Now, Kevin Love, power forward, right-handed. Currently, I believe is jersey number 0 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, we will be throwing it back to old school number 42, Minnesota Timberwolves Kevin Love, because for those of you who watched the NBA at that time, this man was something special. Like, when Kevin Love got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, people thought that the Cavs really robbed the Timberwolves, but then obviously, due to injuries and, you know, a less of a role in Cleveland, it never was what it was. Now, first things first, height, we go down to 6'8". Weight, you can guess we bring it up to 220 pounds. And the beautiful part of this glitch is we do get the shorter wingspan, which is what we need here because this is a stretch 4 build. Body shape wise, I would have given him solid. Yeah, I'll give him solid, because for those of you who remember K-Love from back then, he was a big boy. Now, I'm gonna go through these attributes as quickly as I can because I do not want to make this video too long for you guys. First things first, put the close shot up to a 93 because we do want to have the ability of getting Hall of Fame grace under pressure, as well as Hall of Fame fast twitch, mouse and house, putback boss, and pro touch, because this is a stretch 4 build, and when Kevin Love used to get rebounds inside, he used to finish them strong. And then when it comes to driving layup, we decided to go with a 76 because, again, I didn't see it as a big necessity. Being a stretch 4, you're not expected to be driving to the hole for really strong layups. More often than not, you're spotting up at the 3-point line, posting up really far out in the post at the mid-range, or if you're under the basket, you're really not driving to the basket, you're more just finishing at the basket off a rebound or a pass inside. And then when it came to the drive and dunk, I decided to go to 75, as well as giving them a 55 from the vertical because we wanted the ability of getting those, you know, quick flushes. Standing dunk wise, I went with nothing. Yes, you can hate me for it. Technically speaking, if you wanted, you could take the dunks off of driving dunk, put them on standing dunk if you really wanted. But that was mainly because of the fact that I didn't have those many points to burn. Plus, as I said, this is a stretch 4 build, so more often than not, you're not really pulling off standing dunks. Name a stretch 4 you know who really slams it like that. Actually don't, because you might be able to name a few. Now, when it comes to post control, we do go with an 85 because, again, this is the bare minimum you need to get Hall of Fame Backdown Punisher, Dream Shake, as well as Drop Stepper. As you can see, that allows us to finish with 22 total finishing badges, a lot of them being Hall of Fame. The only ones that I wish could have been a little bit higher are obviously Limitless Takeoff and Posterizer, but again, this is a stretch 4 build. He is not meant to be able to really drive at the hoop and be one of the greatest, most uber athletic people. However, the one thing he should be able to do is stretch the floor, hence why we gave him a 95 when it came to the mid-range jump shot, because this allows us to get Hall of Fame difficult shots, as well as gold blinders, Hall of Fame fadeays, set shooter, sniper, volume shooter, lucky number 7, clutch shooter, and rhythm shooter, which, trust me, are really key when you're really just a spot-up shooter, as well as an 87 when it came to the 3-ball, because it allows us to get Hall of Fame corner specialist, as well as gold deadeye, catch and shoot, green machine, hot zone hunter, circus 3, stop and pop, limitless spot up, which will be necessarily clutch, especially on this build. And then we obviously got to give you a 70 free throw because, you know, I do want it to be that you guys can take these builds into the rec and use them as you please. Now, as you can see, that allows us to finish with 32 shooting badges. Then when it comes to the passing side of it, I decided to go with an 88 when it came to the pass accuracy because you will be passing a lot out of the post. You won't be doing a lot of moving the ball around like a normal point guard, but you will be expected to do quite a bit of passing when people are closing you out due to your shooting capabilities. And then when it came to the ball handle, I decided to go with an 83 because I wanted you to have the ability to move the ball around the floor. Plus, actually, one key thing here, this build is inspired by Kevin Love, so I did have to give it that super high pass accuracy because, again, Kevin Love happens to be one of the best passers in the league, and he happens to be one of the reasons why they made this break starter badge, because if you used to watch him straight off a defensive rebound, it was quite impeccable. Now, speed with ball, we maxed out at a 71, as well as giving him a speed of a 73 and an XL of a 73, which I know, personally speaking, aren't the best, but it's the best you can do with this size of a build. And then when it came to the defensive side of things, we decided to give him a 70 on the interior defense, even though Kevin Love was not one of the best defenders known to man. But low-key, a 70 perimeter defense only allows you to get bronze post lockdown, so it does kind of make sense. Perimeter defense, we left at a 36 because, again, you are a 4, not a 3 or 2 or a 1, who will be expected to get out there. And steal as well, I decided not to mess with because, again, you are a 4. Like, it's peak, but I would rather you have a 65 block as well as a 77 rebound and an 80 offensive rebound and an 81 defensive rebound over having steal, just because you are expected to be hanging out in the paint. You're not expected to be hanging out uber far away from the rim. Now, as you can see, we do have an issue here because it appears as though some of the points have messed around because this did not work out the way it should. Let me just quickly make sure I made everything. Oh, that's what it is. It's the defensive rebound. I put it 1 too high, but we do set it at an 81. Now, what we do finish with is a grand total of 22 finishing badges, 32 shooting, 25 playmaking, and 13 defensive. On the defensive side of things, even though the badge count is kind of low, as you can see, the attributes do match up. You aren't expected to be the greatest defender on the floor, but when on the offensive side of the floor, you can really do a lot, especially if you get a mismatch against a small guard. You can post his ass up with the Hall of Fame mouse in the house and really put him through hell, as well as the Hall of Fame post moves. Whereas if you get matched up with someone taller than you, bring him out, and trust me, you can shoot it from so far deep that he really won't step out that far. Plus, if he does, then it allows the rest of your team to eat on the inside. And then you have the excellent playmaking ability, whereby if people do try to trap you with the ball in your hands, you can swing it around and do what you please. Now in total, that is 22, 54, 79, 92 total badge points on this year build, and if you finish all 11 seasons of NBA 2K22 Next Gen, that's 103 total badge points on this year Kevin Love build. Now, obviously, primary takeovers got to be limitless range because, again, you are a stretch 4, so majority of your job will be standing out of 3 and really just knocking that thing down. And the second thing I'd probably go up with is spotter precision, just because you do want it to be that you really are a threat from out there, so you really don't want to miss. Now, obviously, you could switch it around because shooting in NBA 2K22 Next Gen is kind of easy. You could go for something along the lines of advanced post moves, or maybe post playmaking / post shot daggers, but I'd personally go with something. Yeah, actually, I'd personally go with post shot daggers, just because, A, it forces people to really play up on you. Now, what 2K says we have happened to build here happens to be playmaking 3-level scorer, the likes of Tobias Harris, Miles Bridges, Wendell Carter Jr. Wendell Carter Jr. is a little bit of a playmaking scorer, but the thing is, he's only 2 levels, mainly mid-range and inside. Miles Bridges, I see it because he does spread it to all 3, but the thing is, I see him as more of a small forward. Tobias Harris, I get the playmaking 3-level scorer. Would I say him and Kevin Love are somewhat the same? Nah, but hey, 2K believes it. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, which if you did, don't forget to do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as turning post notifications on, because we are less than 74 subscribers away from 1,000. And if you have a comment on a specific build you want to see me make, don't forget to drop that comment down below. Anyway, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.